have to hear. Drink a good deal of it, make a good meal of it, stick to your old-fashioned beer. Now don't be afraid of it, drink till you're made of it. Now all together a cheer.
Hey everybody, it's Mark here, your one-take beer reviewer, the guy who writes about Chicago's craft beer scene at beeronaut.com, back with another beer that I bought myself for my own rating and reviewing pleasure and drinking pleasure. And well, the thing is, I have been a member of the ratebeer.com site since 2003, and yes, I know it's outmoded. It's owned by Anheuser-Busch and everything, but that's where I've tracked all the beers I've had. And I've managed to use it to tick off beers from every state of the United States except for 6 plus the District of Columbia. And today's the day I can finally knock North Dakota off that list of states I haven't sampled. I used to live in North Dakota, but that was back when I was in just 2 years or 3 winters, back when I was 9 and 10. So anyway, the North Dakota beer scene was really not catching on until just less than 10 years ago. One of the first was the one called Drekker Brewing, and there have been others. This was started in Fargo, North Dakota. It's kind of a Viking-themed brewery, and they are the first to have a production brewery with cans that have been shipped to the Chicago market. And I kind of ended up with the base beer. They've got a pretty good reputation for really funky, wild, and pastry stouts and IPAs and so forth, but I'm kind of just going with their basic Ectogasm India Pale Ale, and it's 7% alcohol by volume and looks really basic. It's they've got the nice ingredient list here: 2-row flaked oats, carafoam and malted oats, but just Citra and Mosaic hops and their own house IPA yeast. So anyway, it's worth checking out. Managed to get a nice little fritz here. Very tropical fruit smell with a little bit of pine resin here, just as I pour. Decided to give this a nice little tulip glass treatment. So very hazy, yellowish pour and a fritzy head here. Again, a tropical and stone fruit smell. And kind of, again, I get a little bit of a cat box smell that I used to associate with Amarillos, but I think that's just a lot of what we get from certain American hops. Ooh, that's a nice big bitter schmack in the face, and there's a lot of other qualities to it that I'll probably have to think up later on, but very bitter. Again, fruity, but mostly with heavy stone fruits like maybe a little bit of apricot and papaya, perhaps. There is some good malt sweetness to it, but just the malty kind. When I say sweetness, I don't mean it's sugary or anything like that, but it's not very dry either. It just kind of sticks to my roof of my mouth and my ribs, and I'm getting a little sweet beer mustache on my lip, which of course you can't see. Really a bright and brisk type of IPA. It's got it almost tastes like there's something syrupy to it. That's what's bringing in the fruit here, but it is all malt and hops, and it's just going down very nicely. So I'm welcoming these folks to Chicago area distribution. Once again, it's Drekker Brewing, and they have a lot more fancier types of beer out there, and I got this in a 4-pack that has the new cardboard ring holders instead of the and a little gas is coming up here. It's got the cardboard ring holders instead of the hard plastic ones that we've been seeing in the past couple of years, and that's a new way of holding beers together that apparently other brewers are looking into because they are more degradable. But anyway, once again, this is Mark here, your one-take beer reviewer and the guy behind Chicago's beeronaut.com, saying Skol.